commence this press conference. I'm Wole Ogunbeje, Barrister Wole Ogunbeje, from Ogunbeje community in Ubo, Kingdom of Ilaje, local government area of Ondo State. On my right hand side is Barrister Samuel Ebiwanu. Himself too is from Ubo Kingdom. As of today, Ilaje is the only oil producing local government in Ondo State that accorded Ondo State the status of an oil producing state. Even in Ilaje local government, as of today, Ubo Kingdom is the only kingdom that produces oil, because we have about 4 kingdoms in Ilaje. If you look at the act that created the NDDC, that the representative must come from the mandate area where this oil is being produced. The last episode we have at the Senate, when the son of then the first civilian governor of Ondo State, late Chief Pa Michael Adekunle Ajashin's son, was recommended to represent Ondo State on the board of NDDC, we protested and make sure that we remove him by virtue of that act. You cannot bring an Owo person, knowing fully well that Owo as a local government does not produce his oil, to say he has to represent Ilaje on the board of NDDC. Protested. So recently when this issue of IDP bill was ongoing, we appreciate the Senate for making it expedient at this moment to ensure that the input from the host communities and the partner communities are factored into this bill before it will be passed. But behold, the Senate committee who went to Ondo State, they never visited the local Sinko. They never go to the core oil producing area of Ondo State. Like what I earlier said, the surname I'm hearing today, Ogunbeje, if you get the map of Ondo State, it's very close to Oroye, who happens to be the demarcation land between Ondo and Delta along the coastline. They never visited those areas. Now, we came with the hope that we have our recommendations regarding what we were asked to prepare. We prepared. When Delta State was to give their position, the AG Delta State stated that this position, the state government and the host communities are in alignment to present that position. And when he read through their recommendations, input, they gave him, they obliged him the opportunity to call on the representative of those communities whether or not they were in alignment, and they confirmed to be positive, that really they were all together. Now, they called on Ondo State government. Even before Ondo State government came to Abuja yesterday, we put call across to the chairman of Superdep. I strive to be quoted, being Idema. I called him and said, what is the arrangement you people are having for the host communities? He said he is coming to Abuja to represent Ondo State government and not to the host communities. Fire and good will make our way down here. But to our surprise, it was by the grace of God that the paper we even presented and we were able to accept it. It shows therefore from this onset, we are not saying they should not go ahead. But we will tell them, none of us here that is benefiting from the stomach infrastructure of any politician in this country, no matter how highly placed that person is, no matter how I am as old as Chevron operation in Ilaje and Wole Ogunbeje. When Shola Omole was then the GM Public Affairs, he left there, the jihad came in, as of today, Bricklin is the GM Public Affairs, not to talk of those Chevron MD in the Lagos head office. We are notable figures to be reckoned with, and our communities are negatively impacted because of the exploration activities of this multinational. If we have this opportunity and we cannot be given opportunity to have our input, somebody now said, well, they will see what they can do. We feel from the onset that position they are maintaining is unacceptable to us, except if we're given opportunity that our own input must be incorporated and look into critically, because we are the golden egg. The golden egg that lays the golden egg in Ondo State. Whatever comes to that Ondo State today is as a result of these oil producing communities, the status of an oil producing community. So that's the reason why we thought it wise that it is so fundamental. We want the whole world to hear. So by the time they will now be talking of restiveness, probably they will take off for granted because Ondo State is so peaceful. Those from the south now, when they wake up to talk, everybody is forgetting the fact that we have for one law too elsewhere, but we are not going to take law into our hands. For whatever we are going to do to actualize this, is going to be done within the ambit of the law to ensure that our interest is factored in before the bill will be passed.
Thank you. In addition to what I just said, I want to dwell on one particular issue. Ondo State, even the IOCs, the international oil companies, they recognize Ondo State as the most peaceful of all their areas of operation. Now, whenever the issue of Niger Delta has been mentioned, Ondo State is taken as if it's not part of Niger Delta. The states of the South-South zone, they hijacked everything that belonged to the Niger Delta. By the grace of God, by divine providence, we, the largest of the local government council of Ondo State, found ourselves in that Niger Delta region. And it is expedient that our Niger Delta brothers should see us as critical stakeholders when it comes to the issue of Niger Delta affairs. Recall, the issue of Brace Commission was as a result of the agitation of the Niger Delta region, of which part Ondo State was. But when they were to create the commission, they made it a South-South issue. They removed Ondo State, removed Abia State, removed Imo State. What we are saying here is this thing has to be corrected once and for all. Now, at what was happening there, just like my colleague has just said, when they called these other states, they presented the position of the government. Then the panel will now call on the people on the floor. Is there any host community member here that is not in alignment with what the AG has said, what the state government has said through the AG? I remember Akwa Ibom people stood up that they are distinct from the position of the state government. They did the same thing for Delta State. In fact, the AG of Delta State said from the onset before presentation that what he was presenting was an agreement between the states and the host communities in